Welcome! In today's video, I'm going to take this little desk and turn it into a kitchen island. I began by removing the drawers, numbering them as I went along. The drawers open and close so much easier if you put them back in the spot that they came from. After removing the hardware from the drawers, I turned my attention to this little piece of wood down at the bottom on the front. It had a little scalloped edge and it really dated the piece, so I wanted to remove that. It was easy enough to remove. It was just held on with just 4 screws. Once again, I'm using oven cleaner to clean all the wood. I'll spray it on, let it set for 20-30 minutes, and then rinse it off. The oven cleaner helps your base coat of paint to adhere better because it has stripped off some of that grit and grime, as well as penetrate the glossy surface that varnish leaves behind. I have a piece of reclaimed granite cut to the size of the island, so that's going to serve as my countertop. But I'm going to go ahead and sand it so that when I apply the adhesive, it won't peel off. Scallop edge that was on the front that I was able to remove was fine. However, the other 3 sides had that same scallop edge, so I had to come up with a way to cover it up. In my wood pile, I had a desktop. The little desk I redone for my daughter's bedroom. If you would like to see that video, I'll leave a link up above. So that top was the perfect size for me to make a shelf at the bottom of my island, and also would serve the purpose of being able to attach the legs. Standard island or cabinet height is about 35 inches. This piece of board that I'm going to put on, it is about 1 inch. The granite on top is another inch, and the legs are a little over 3 inches. So that will bring the desk up to this standard height that I need. After giving the board a real good sanding, it was time to attach it to my island. Okay, now back to that annoying scalloped edge around the bottom. I'm going to take a piece of beadboard and overlay it on the sides of the island so that it will cover up that scalloped edge. I think that this will update the piece and by giving it some crisp, clean lines. just attached the beadboard with construction adhesive and brad nails. Now it's a time to attach the legs. It was easy to do with the hardware that was made just for this, and I got them at Lowe's. Took about 3 coats of semi-gloss paint to completely cover. I let the paint dry for about 24 hours before I started messing with the hardware. Part of the drawers, the hardware lined up perfectly, but there was 2 drawers that not so much. Here's a little tip to make sure that your holes that you drill in your wood actually matches the holes on your hardware. Take a piece of tape and place it over the hardware covering up your holes. Mark your holes with either a pen, pencil, or just a screwdriver, and so you can see the holes. Then once the holes are marked, take your piece of tape, tape it onto the wood where you want your handle, and drill through the tape. Do this and your hardware will match up perfectly with your holes each time. For the last little bit of the island, I wanted to be able to hang my pots and pans underneath. I had a piece of wire shelving that I just took some bolt cutters and cut it to size, then nailed it in place. And now I have a DIY pot rack for underneath my island. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video has inspired you to do a DIY upcycle project of your own.